Hey guys, and welcome back to the True Drew Podcast YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing another game walkthrough of Nancy Drew game number 4, Treasure in the Royal Tower. So, this is one of my favorite games. I think it's a very liked game in the Nancy Drew community. It's just a fun game, so let's go ahead and jump right in.
Hi there, it's me, Nancy Drew. You're just in time for my latest mystery, Treasure in the Royal Tower. Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click the tutorial button first for a few tips on how to play the game.
So we're going to play this game in Junior Detective. That's what I always play in because it's my favorite.
Dear George, so much from my Wisconsin ski vacation. I arrived here at Wickford Castle last night, just before a blizzard swept in. The mountain is completely shut down, and the surrounding roads are closed. I think I'm one of the few guests who made it to the castle at all. The place is huge and old, and slightly creepy under the circumstances. You should hear this wind. What's more, the owner, Christy Lane, my father's friend, is away on business. I tried to ask the caretaker, Dexter Egan, how I could contact her, but he said he didn't know. Doesn't that seem odd? I couldn't help feeling like there was something he wasn't telling me. All this makes me a little nervous, but I'm determined to enjoy myself. After all, this is a vacation, right? I have big plans to explore the castle. That Ezra Wickford, the original owner, must have been quite a character to have built such an extraordinary place. It's filled with strange, dead-end corridors, for one thing. And I noticed one of the towers is totally different from the other ones. Of course, I'll have to save some time to meet Jacques Brunet, the French ski instructor. Tell Bess she'll be the first to know if he's half as gorgeous in person as he looks on his website. So, George, I guess things never quite go according to plan, but at least this time, the culprit is just a snowstorm. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy. Now all I need is a mailbox.
Okay, so one thing about this game, they did a great job making this a really cozy game. I mean, you've got the snow outside the windows.
Sounds like the radiator is broken.
You've got Nancy's very loud radiator. But let's look around Nancy's room here. Let's see, we've got hairbrush, hairdryer. So this is the castle menu, Wickford Castle menu, and some of the things on here sound crazy. I actually talked about this in one of my episodes for True Drew Files, my subscription podcast, but baby back ribs with Creature of the Night barbecue sauce. And I think there's like, what is it? Oh, right here. Crushed potato chip sprinkles for an extra 50 cents on a bologna sandwich. I don't know, it may be good. Looks like Nancy's already unpacked her suitcase some. She's got her floral suitcase here, and this is just like a little brochure for Wickford Castle. Let's see here. I think we can look at some of this stuff closer. So Ezra Wickford is apparently the inventor of chocolate milk. And looks like he played a heavy influence in the making of this building, this castle. Can we look at this part? Let's see. No. I think we can click here. Outdoor attractions. Devil's Paintbrush. So there's a lot of skiing and winter activities here. Let's close this. And look here in this drawer. So this is the combination to our locker. We'll go find that in a little bit. And our room key. Very important. Don't want to get locked out. And I think we can actually look at this. Let's see. Will it let me look over there? No, it won't let me click, but that's like a map of the hallways, I think. It won't let you go in here, but I'm assuming that's like Nancy's closet or bathroom. Sassy Detective. how to do fingerprinting 101. That might come in handy. And I don't think there's anything else we can really look at in here. So we'll go ahead and explore the rest of the castle. So one thing I've heard from people sometimes when they play this game, it's kind of easy to get lost. Like there's all these little alcoves. There's the elevator. But there's all these little hallways and little offshoots. Like I think this one's a dead end, I'm pretty sure. Let's look.
Dead end.
Yep. It kind of reminds me of an actual place, which is, oh, what's it called? The Winchester Mansion out in California. There's a lot of, like, dead ends and weird trick staircases and stuff. Oh, we got some typing. Somebody's busy at work. Probably in one of these rooms here. I love the stained glass windows. They're really cool. So this, I don't know if you noticed my mouse moving around. It's hard to find the exact spot where you click sometimes. It's kind of finicky. Let's see. Can I turn? No. I'm gonna go over here. Huh, there's Marie Antoinette. So one thing about this game, it really got me into French history and Marie Antoinette, and she's a fascinating person to read about.
This one goes nowhere.
It's an interesting story behind just her entire rule. So if you haven't read any biographies about Marie Antoinette, I would highly recommend it. It's fun to read about her and just that time in French history. Also, if you get lost, you can always look here. There's some little room numbers, tells you which way you're going. Let's see, I think this is another...
I hit the wall.
Yep, another dead end. So we must have just gotten tired while building the castle, or maybe we just felt like leading people on, like, oh, we can go down this hallway. False alarm. No, we can't. Let's see. Ooh, dark stairwell. I'm not gonna attempt that. We're gonna back up here. Well, maybe. Can I back up? Come on. It won't. Ah, there we go. I was like, please tell me it's gonna let me back up. I was like, I don't want Nancy to pitch head first down the stairs. We just started this game. She doesn't need an injury. Okay. Go down here to the lobby. Look around. A lot of suits of armor, which is really cool. And I think we can look over here. Peppercliff Farms. Something tells me that's a rip-off of Pepper Ridge or whatever that, there's some kind of company that's named something similar. I love how HerInteractive does that. They'll take real brands and they'll make spoofs of them. Butter Ridge Ski Resort. La Pierre Chateau. Okay. And there's nothing right there. But here's Dexter Egan. He's the caretaker, so we're gonna talk to him real quick.
Hello, Miss Drew. Did you get squared away upstairs?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Egan. My room is charming, but I think there's something wrong with my radiator. It hisses, and there's a clanging noise, too. Would you mind checking it out for me?
Sorry about that inconvenience, but you're just gonna have to sit tight for a while. I'm the only one on duty while the owner's away, and around here it seems like even if it ain't broke, it still needs fixing. Last time I checked, there were only 24 hours in a day. And now, to make matters worse, there have been a couple of incidents.
What kind of incidents?
Someone vandalized our historic library. Really turned the place upside down. The owner, Miss Lane, she's gonna be pretty upset.
I love that Dexter says library, not library. But anyways.
Why would anyone want to vandalize the library?
I have no idea. I straightened up in there before check-in yesterday and everything was fine. Now it looks like a bomb went off. Books everywhere and somebody hacked a big hole in one of the walls. I locked the place up and called the police, but who knows when they'll be able to get here.
Wow, a hole in the wall? What do you think they were looking for?
I can't tell, but somebody's definitely after something.
What else has gone wrong?
Well, This Professor Hotchkiss just called me in a terrible flap, saying our room's been robbed. I went up there, but she wouldn't open the door to talk about it. Wouldn't even tell me what was missing. So what's she want me to do about it?
What strange behavior. I'm curious. I wonder if she might open the door to talk to me.
Well, Hotchkiss has a pair of ski boots in the basement. The Frenchman's been working on them for her, but he won't deliver them. Says he's a ski instructor, not a bellhop. I hate to ask this, but if you could grab those boots and bring them up to her, it might smooth her feathers. Sure would smooth mine.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
I love how chipper Nancy sounds when she's like, okay, see you, Mr. Egan. And she can, like, you can pester him incessantly about the radiator. It's kind of funny. And he'll be like, I haven't fixed it. It was 5 minutes ago when you asked me that. Of course I haven't fixed your radiator. Ah, and here's Lisa Ostrom, one of the guests. We'll talk to her.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Did you hear what happened? Someone broke into the library and vandalized it. Dexter locked it up. He's saying the culprit must be one of us in the castle. Can you believe it?
Yeah, Dexter just told me the library is a disaster area and that it's totally off limits.
Too bad, huh? I'm dying to see what they did to it. Don't quote me on this, but I think Dexter has an extra key to the library somewhere around his desk.
I guess you've really got your finger on the pulse around here. Any other castle scandal I should know about?
Oh, we got scandal, honey. Professor Hotchkiss is claiming she's been robbed, for one thing. But the real scandal is downstairs. His name is Jacques Brunet.
I love how Lisa doesn't mince words. She's like, yeah, I think Jacques is cute.
What do you know about Professor Hotchkiss?
Oh my gosh, wait till you hear this. Hotchkiss is this nutty old woman who's always typing and talking to herself in her room. I was walking past her door earlier, and I heard her screaming that her room had been robbed.
Wow. Did she say what was stolen?
Not that I could hear. She just kept wailing, "My theory, my theory." I think she teaches history, or maybe a foreign language. I thought I heard a couple of French words pop out of her mouth. But don't quote me on that either. I only barely passed Spanish in high school.
Habla español?
Hardly. I'm just a humble photojournalist covering weird old mansions in the Midwest, and this place is one of the weirdest. Did you know Ezra Wickford, the original owner, shut himself away in here for like 50 years?
You must know a great deal about this place.
Not really, but I sure want to get into that tower that came from France. It'd be great for my story. Too bad Wickford sealed it off. Maybe it's his ghost making those creepy noises at night.
I wonder why he didn't want anyone to go into the tower.
Creepy, right? I mean, did we stumble onto the set of As the Castle Turns or what? Well, you probably want to get settled. I wonder what we're gonna do with ourselves while we're all cooped up in this place.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
So there's a tower in this castle that came here from France, so maybe we can figure out how to get into it at some point. Major figures and events of the French Revolution. Marie Antoinette. Ooh, guillotine. I think there's some more. Yeah, number 2. The storming of the Bastille. Le Bouffe. And I think that's it that we can look at on this bookcase. We'll go look around the corner here. So it's interesting too, because Dexter and Lisa both talked about the library being vandalized. So it makes you wonder what someone's looking for. So there's the elevator, and here's the library.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked. We can't go in there though. Let's call the elevator. We'll go see if we can maybe get into our locker with that combination. Go down to the basement. I love old elevators like this. They're so cool. Let's see, so Jacques doesn't appear to be here right now. Huh, but there's a little paintbrush. We'll take that. Some ski boots. Let's see. We'll go over here. And I believe this is the door to outside. There's a blizzard right now, so...
Ugh, it's like the North Pole out there.
Yeah, we're not gonna go out there right now. And these look like employee lockers. Dexter, Jacques, Christy. No idea who Sammy or Mary are. Maybe they're cooks or something. Ooh, a sauna. Wish we could go in there. Let's see, so our locker, I think, was 310, which is right here. And our combination was 517. See if it works here. We can put our ski equipment and stuff in here. If Nancy was gonna ski, but I kind of doubt she's gonna do that.
The combination is 517, but it's not working.
Maybe we got the wrong locker number, wrong combination. Not sure. We'll ask Jacques later. Let's go down this hallway. That's for the elevator. Don't want to touch that. I think we can fix the staircase, the lights on in the stairwell. Let's see. I believe it's these three, maybe. And this one, I think, is this the one that turns everything off? Yes. Sometimes if Jacques down here and you do that, he'll just be like, Sacre bleu! He'll just yell, which is kind of funny. I think I fixed it. We'll see. I know one of these ways is like, I think, another dead end. Right here.
Hello there, Dead End. My name's Nancy Drew.
Nice to meet you, Dead End. Okay. Let's go this way. We'll see if I fix the stairwell lights. Let's see. Hopefully. I hope I did. And there's the first floor. Ah, there we go. And the second floor. I fixed them. Yay. Okay. Let's go back in our room and we can talk to, I think, Bess and George and maybe one other person. I think we can talk to Ned. If we can hear them over this radiator. Let's see. Let's call Ned.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
Darn. Okay, let's call George.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Great timing, Nancy. Bess and I were just saying how we wish we were out on the ski slopes with you. Hang on, I'll get her to pick up the other phone. Hey, Bess, our favorite detective's on the phone.
Hey, Nancy, how's the vacation?
I guess I should have mailed that letter. Not only do I have a blizzard on my hands, but I may have stumbled onto another case, too. The castle library was vandalized, and one of the other guests says her room was robbed.
Boy, oh boy! Have you searched the library for clues yet?
Well, that's the thing. Dexter Egan, the caretaker, says it's locked up and off limits until the police can get here. But who knows when that'll be.
That's funny, Nancy. I didn't know the phrase off limits was even in your vocabulary.
Seriously, though, don't you think that your dad's friend, Christy Lane, would feel better knowing that you're on the case, at least until the police can take over?
She's right, Nancy. I mean, who knows what this Egan guy is all about anyway? Sounds like you're just gonna have to find an alternative entrance to that library.
Here I go again. Just hope I don't have to slide down the chimney.
And what about this robbery? Who got robbed?
I'm not sure. The guest's name is Professor Hotchkiss. I think she's a bit eccentric.
You mean weird?
Nutso?
A few sandwiches short of a picnic?
Okay, you guys. I just mean that I'm not sure how reliable her testimony will be.
Yeah, but she'll probably tell you something important, whether she means to or not.
I met this nice woman, Lisa Ostrom.
What's her deal?
She's a photojournalist doing a story on the castle. She sure got me curious about that tower.
Oh, yeah? Does she know where the entrance is?
I don't think so.
Well, keep an eye on her, Nancy. Those photojournalists are born snoopers, you know.
George, are you suggesting that Nancy is a second-class snooper? You're going to give our friend a complex.
Oh, right. Like Nancy doesn't know she's the prime minister of snooping.
Ladies, I need inspiration, brain juice, a hint.
They don't call us your trusty sidekicks for nothing.
Help, I'm a little stuck.
Don't you have some errands to run, places to go, and people to see?
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
They're right. We need to go see Jacques, but he wasn't there. Let's see. It's 2 o'clock now. I'm gonna set Nancy's alarm for a few hours later. And see if he's there in a little bit. Okay. Let's go see if Jacques is downstairs now. Let's go take the elevator. We'll do that. There we go. Come on. There we go. It's so hard to pick where to click. Okay. Maybe Jacques will be down there in the basement now. Let's see. Okay. Basement. Huh, so there's the information on the elevator. I was pretty sure you could click that, so... Let's see... Ah! Jacques is here now, yay! Let's go tell him that our locker combination isn't working and get Hotchkiss's boots.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je m'appelle Jacques Brunet. So, what brings you to beautiful Wisconsin?
Bonjour. Je m'appelle Nancy Drew. I'm here on vacation. What's your excuse?
My excuse?
Well, this is an awfully long way from the French Alps. Did you come to Wisconsin for the cheese?
I am here for Isabelle, mon petit chou. She's an American studying at the university in Madison, and I've asked her to marry me. That is excuse enough to be in Wisconsin, n'est-ce pas? And besides, I am not the first French work of art to end up here.
Work of art? What are you talking about?
I am speaking of the Queen's Tower, of course. It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Didn't you notice it when you drove in?
Yes, I think Christy Lane mentioned it to me once. What can you tell me about it?
Marie Antoinette used to visit this tower when she was Queen of France. Until she lost her head in the Revolution, that is. A pretty girl should not hear about such ugly things. But tell me, how will you spend your time here, Nancy?
Oh, I'm just going to wander around and become an expert on this castle.
I should warn you, Dexter is very protective of this place. He does not take kindly to people snooping around where they should not.
Thanks for the tip, but I think Dexter and I are going to get along just fine.
Get along just fine, you say? Ah, a woman who knows her own powers of persuasion. Elle est dangereuse, non? Ciao!
Ciao! Wait a minute, Jacques, we need your help.
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Tell me about these boxes you're making.
When I am not skiing, I need some other way to express myself. So voila! I make these hot boxes for keeping secrets safe. I'm sure you have many secrets, Nancy.
Do you know much about the tower that's closed off? I heard the original owner imported it from France.
It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Marie Antoinette used to visit this tower when she was Queen of France. Until she lost her head in the Revolution, that is.
Dexter told me the combination to my locker, number 310, is 517. I tried it, but the locker won't open.
Dexter must be confused, because I think that is the combination for number 311. Try 311.
I need to bring Professor Hotchkiss her boots. Do you have them?
Yes, I fixed her boots. But you should be relaxing by the fire, sipping cocoa, Nancy. Not running errands for Dexter.
I'll talk to you later.
Allez, bye-bye.
So we'll try that locker combination a little bit later. Let's take Hotchkiss her boots real quick. But it's funny, I've mentioned this on the podcast, but that quote of Jacques, I'm constantly saying that to myself, like, you should be sitting by the fire, sipping cocoa, Nancy, not running around doing Dexter's errands. And I always say that as an excuse to treat myself, like, Avery, you should be sitting by the fire. Oops, the elevator's already here. Sipping cocoa. Treat yourself. Okay, let's go back up here. It's funny, I accidentally called the elevator. I was like, I just got out of it. I forgot. Okay. Now, we'll follow the sounds of typing to Professor Hotchkiss's room. Professor Hotchkiss is one of the best characters in all the Nancy Drew games.
Yes, hello? Is that Jacques with my boots?
Actually, it's Nancy Drew. But I do have your boots for you.
Oh, good. Boots, fine. Thank you. Everything is fine. Just leave the boots at the door, please. Yeah. Oh, and it seems I'm out of change. I'll just have to tip you the next time, Mandy.
It's Nancy, and I'm happy to leave the boots. But if you're not too busy, Professor, I'd just like to introduce myself properly and ask you a couple of questions.
Questions, yes, and proper introduction sounds lovely, but not now, maybe later.
Okay then. Seems like Hotchkiss doesn't want to be bothered right now. I love that she gets Nancy's name wrong all the time. Like Mandy, Fanny. Okay, we'll sit her boots here. And we'll just walk off here. And then if we turn back around, they're already gone. She's so fast. Well, okay then. Maybe we'll get proper introductions later. Let's go tell Dexter that we delivered the boots. Ah, there we go. I'm going to be doing that a lot in this game. Trying to figure out where exactly to click so the arrow shows up. Okay, Dexter also, he always looks so busy. And then he looks so annoyed when you click on him.
Can I help you?
I don't want to pester you, Mr. Egan, but the radiator...
Thanks for dealing with the circuit breaker. Okay, we're really making progress here, kid. So, you go up to Hotchkiss's room and see what she wants for dinner. She's not answering her phone.
No problem, boss.
So, we have only been here on vacation for maybe 15-20 minutes, and we've already fixed a circuit breaker and taken a guest her shoes, her boots. And now we're gonna ask her what she wants for dinner. This is some vacation, that's all I'm saying. Okay.
Ugh, Virginia Woolf never endured such interruptions. Who is it?
It's Nancy again. Dexter needs to know what you want for dinner.
Oh, hard to think of food candy when I'm riding the raging rapids of my theory. Oh, right now, I have plenty of pre-packaged energy globules to keep me going. But tell Baxter that I am developing a powerful craving for couscous. Yes, couscous for dinner would be splendid. I'll have a nice tip for you next time, Fanny.
Well, at least she gets Dexter's name wrong too. Baxter. Also, energy globules. That sounds gross. Sounds like pre-packaged space food. Okay, let's tell Dexter that Professor Hotchkiss wants couscous, I guess.
Can I help you?
The professor says she has a hankering for, couscous.
Couscous? Never heard of it. Tell her to order something off the menu.
So, how long have you been working here?
A while.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
Dexter is so dry. He's just like 1 or 2 word responses sometimes. He grows on you though. the further you get into the game. Okay, Hotchkiss, there's no couscous, so you're gonna have to pick something else.
Is that my couscous already?
Sorry, Professor, but there's no couscous in the house. You'll need to choose something from the hotel menu.
Well, I don't have a menu. At least not from this hotel. Be a doll and fetch me one, will you, Tata?
We do have a menu right here in our inventory.
Did you get the menu?
Sure did. How about opening the door so I can give it to you?
Oh, you're a sneaky one. Just slip it under the door, please. Nice and easy. No funny stuff.
Okay. Here you go.
Baby back ribs, yes. Oh, chili cheese dog, fried bologna sandwich. I'm not usually much of a meat eater, but very well. 50 drumsticks, please. Chicken, that is. Cluck, cluck.
Sure. 50 drumsticks. Whatever makes you happy.
Rock and roll, dear.
50 drumsticks. Hotchkiss has so many memorable quotes, too. Rock and roll, dear. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. We'll go tell Dexter that Hotchkiss wants 50 chicken drumsticks. Oh, he's gone. What time is it? It's a little bit late. Okay, well, we may have to come back and tell him about that tomorrow. And Lisa's gone. So, oh, and the fire's died down, so it's a little bit late. We'll just do it tomorrow. Hotchkiss didn't like being interrupted anyway, so... And she's got energy globules to keep her going, so I think she'll be okay till tomorrow. We will set our alarm and go to sleep. Let's make it PM, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So Dexter should be back down here now. Go down this staircase this time. Okay. There we go.
Can I help you?
The professor has changed her order. Seems she's developed an appetite for chicken drumsticks. 50 of them.
Okay then. Drumsticks we got. Oops. But I guess Jacques better take that bag of chicken legs out of the freezer. Will you tell him? And then take the rest of the day off, kid. Your radiator's as good as fixed.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
I'm not gonna pester poor Dexter with the radiator. He said he'd fix it. Nancy can ask him that so many times. It's like, Nancy, quit nagging the man. Okay. And go back down here. And tell Jacques to defrost the chicken drumsticks. Okay. There it is. And... yay.
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Dexter needs you to defrost that big bag of chicken legs.
Oh la la la, what does he think I am? A sous chef?
I'll talk to you later.
Allez, bye bye.
I love that Jacques is like, what does he think I am? A sous chef? Okay. So 311. We're gonna try the 517 combo on this locker. Maybe this one will open? Don't know. Okay, one more. Here we go. And it did open. But there's already stuff in here. Let's look at it. Let's snoop through people's things. Because we're Nancy Drew. Oh, Lisa's stuff. But it says Helen Carp. Interesting. some false IDs. Alina Boyd and Tanya Lee Gooding. Huh. Seems like Lisa has several identities, which is kind of weird. And we got some multiple passports for Helen Karp and Tanya Lee Gooding. That's kind of odd. And a letter in Spanish. So Lisa lied to us about not knowing Spanish. Suspicious. Okay. Let's go confront her about it. Because if there's one other thing that Nancy Drew does, other than snooping through people's things, we like to confront people about the things that they do or lie about. Never mind that we just poke through somebody's things. It's fine. Okay, let's go to the first floor. And we will talk to Lisa. And I guess we can go talk to Hotchkiss. I don't know if she'll open her door, but, you know. We can tell her that dinner's on the way. Okay. I would love to sit in front of a fire like this. Oh, is it already late again? Yeah, it's kind of late. Maybe Lisa's out somewhere else. Is Dexter here? He is, but we won't bother him. He looks busy. All the time. Let's see. Go back over here. Still typing away.
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
Understandable. You're cooking a souffle in there?
You're cooking a souffle in there?
Oh, don't take me too literally, dear. What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the hotel business, but I'd love to help.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. How old was Marie Antoinette when she married King Louis? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
Okay, then. Well, we'll have to figure out that information somehow. Also, I don't know if we can mail this letter now. That's in our inventory. I don't know if I can ask Dexter about it or not.
Can I help you?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
I guess not. We've talked to George on the phone. It's fine. Let's see. Let's look in these books. Maybe the answer is in those. Marie Antoinette. Born November 2nd, 1755. In 1770, as a young teenager, she was obliged to wed Louis. Okay. So, that would have made her roughly like 15 years old. Let's go see if that's the correct answer here.
Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
We'll see if this is right.
Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. Eureka! If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me then.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll finally get to talk to Hotchkiss, which is cool. Let's go back to our room and maybe call our friends again. Oh, and it's very quiet. Dexter fixed the radiator and left us some oil. Don't mind if I do. That might come in handy.
Hello?
Ned, it's me.
Well, you're a sound for sore ears. Bess called me and told me your vacation is rapidly turning into another mystery. So who do you think the vandal is?
I really don't know. It would help if I could at least imagine a motive. But why would anyone want to vandalize a beautiful old library?
There must be more to it than meets the eye. Sounds like you better find a way to get in there and take a look around.
I'm trying to get into the library, but the door is locked and I can't find any other way in.
Maybe the detective entrance isn't through a door at all. There must be a more creative way to drop in on the crime scene.
You don't think I should just borrow Dexter's extra key from the front desk?
I don't know, Nancy. Waltzing right through the front door isn't very adventurous, and it might not be as easy as you think.
Apparently, this castle's tower used to be a hangout for Marie Antoinette.
Who's that? Ezra Wickford's wife?
Are you kidding? Marie Antoinette was a famous queen of France.
And she used to hang out in Wisconsin?
No, silly. The tower was originally part of the Chateau Rochemont in France. Ezra Wickford fell in love with the tower and imported it to Wisconsin.
And Marie didn't want to come along.
Well, that would have been pretty tough for her, considering... Ned Nickerson, are you pulling my leg?
What do you mean, Nancy?
You know very well that Marie Antoinette was beheaded in 1793, don't you?
Well, yeah. I guess I read something about that when I studied the French Revolution. But when did Wickford show up?
He didn't discover the tower until the 1920s, over 100 years after Marie's death.
Whew! I think I'm all clear now. Thanks for straightening that out for me, Detective.
You are some pain in the neck, pal.
Good thing I'm so cute.
Are you ready for a crazy coincidence?
Only if it's a crazy one.
Ezra Wickford also imported the library, and it seems that he bought it from the family of Jean Leboeuf, the revolutionary commander who captured Marie Antoinette when she was trying to escape from France.
You're kidding. So Wickford imported Marie's tower and her enemy's library?
Exactly.
Doesn't Leboeuf mean the cow in French?
Actually, I think it just means the beef.
Well, in any case, I bet the guy would be happy to know that his library ended up in the heart of America's Dairyland.
That's funny that his name means the beef. Like, I'm pretty sure him and Marie had a little bit of a beef, considering he captured her.
Put on your thinking cap. I need a hint.
Hold on. Thinking cap on. Stand by for a hint. The castle sounds huge. You're gonna wear yourself out unless you start taking the elevator. But remember, the castle is old and may not be in the best working order. Just be careful, and don't take any unnecessary leaps.
Bye, Ned.
Call me soon.
Okay, let's call George again, and then we'll set our alarm clock.
Hello?
George?
And Bess too. What's new, Nancy?
I met my ski instructor, Jacques Brunet. He sure is French.
Ooh la la, those accents should be illegal.
I hate to break it to you, Bess, but he's engaged.
Now there's a real crime.
Right, Bess. Humanity is devastated.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
So, one thing that you have to do in these older games a lot of times is make these phone calls, because it helps you make connections and figure out what you should do next, because there's no hint system or task list yet. So that's why I'm just calling Nancy's friends a lot, just to kind of make sure I've covered all my bases. So let's go ahead and set the alarm for 3 a.m. because that's when Hotchkiss said she'll be down in the lobby. And we want to talk to her about her break-in to her room. Okay. So I think I'm going to break off here, and I'll see you guys again for part 2.